Types of operating system. An operating system acts as an intermediary between the user and the computer hardware. Some operating systems are designed to be convenient, others to be efficient, and others some combination of the two. There are various types of operating systems as listed below. No more. An embedded system is a special-purpose system in which the computer is completely encapsulated by the device it controls. Handheld devices and PDAs are generally considered as embedded devices. Single-user operating system. It provides the facilities to be used on one computer by only one user. It supports one user at a time. Single keyboard and single monitor are used for the purpose of interaction. The most common example of single-user operating system is a typical home or personal computer. Most commonly used single-user operating system are Microsoft DOS, Windows 3.1 and Windows 95. Multi-user operating system. It defines an operating system that allows access to multiple users to the computer at the same time. Some of the most commonly used multi-user operating systems are OS/2, Windows NT, Unix, NetWare, Linux, Windows XP, Vista, 7, 8 and so on. Multiprocessing operating system. Multiprocessing occurs when a computer system with two or more processors can run more than one program at a time by assigning them to different processors. Time-sharing operating system. It is an extension of multiprogramming. In this type of operating system, a number of users operate online with the same CPU, but each uses a different input or output interface. GUI operating system. The GUI, graphical user interface, allows the user to have direct control of visible objects, such as icons and actions that replace complex commands and syntax. GUI is used by Apple Macintosh computer and Windows operating system. Such operating system allows multiple programs to run concurrently. Some of the most commonly used GUI operating systems are Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 8.1. Real-time operating system, RTOS. These operating systems have very little user interface capability and no end-user facilities, since the system will be a sealed box when delivered for use. RTOS are used to control machinery, scientific instruments, and industrial systems. Distributed operating system. These operating systems manage a group of independent computers and makes them appear to be a single computer. Distributed computations are carried out on more than one machine. When computers in a group work in cooperation, they make a distributed system. Some of the most commonly used operating systems are given as Unix, Linux, Windows, Solaris, BOS, Bharat Operating System Solutions. No more. Multiprogramming is a process by which a single CPU works on two or more programs simultaneously. Multiprocessing refers to the use of two or more CPUs to perform tasks simultaneously. Multitasking refers to the ability of an operating system to execute two or more tasks concurrently. No more. Some operating systems meant for mobile phones are Android, Symbian, and Solaris. iOS is created and developed by Apple Inc. It is used in iPhone, iPad, and iPad Touch. User interface. The term user interface originated in the late 1970s. The means by which the user and the computer system interact with each other is called user interface. It is basically the mode and form of interaction between the user and the computer. The job of the user interface is to make a program easy to use. There are two types of user interface given as Command User Interface (CUI), Graphical User Interface (GUI). Let us learn about these user interfaces briefly. No more. EduBoss is an educational variant of Boss Linux. It is a full-featured, user-friendly Linux operating system which has educational applications that are useful for schools. No more. Both MS-DOS and PC-DOS are outdated and discontinued due to their two features, single user and CUI. Command User Interface. In this type of user interface, the interaction between the user and the computer system takes place through commands. It is a primitive type of interface in which there are no images or graphics on the screen. The user types the commands with the help of keyboard and the output appears. As much of character typing or command typing is involved, the more is the interaction with the computer system. MS-DOS, Microsoft Disk Operating System, and PC-DOS, Personal Computer Disk Operating System, are the two most important CUI-based operating systems. CUI have been outdated with more advanced GUI. However, modern computers have a modified version of CUI known as Command Line Interface (CLI). Advantages and disadvantages of CUI. The advantages and disadvantages of CUI are briefly listed below. Advantages. 1. An experienced user who knows the commands well can work on it quickly. 2. Can be used on a computer which has very little memory and is slow. Disadvantages. 1. It is difficult to remember all the possible commands and exactly how they should appear. 2. Error messages are not usually very helpful.